Hello everybody, welcome back to Landric Plays, welcome back to Landric Plays Banished, and oh no, influenza. Yes, we invited some lovely nomads to come and stay in our town, and they brought some horrible, horrible disease with them. Though I think, actually, looking at it, we only had one patient and they were cured. So hooray, we did good. So we can probably close down our hospital entirely, because obviously we're never going to need that again, at least not until next time. And I think I mentioned before, like the sensible, level-headed person I did, I went and built a bunch of extra hospitals that aren't even nearly complete yet. So we definitely didn't need them, but I think I will leave them to be built, just because they will almost certainly come in useful later. This seems odd. Why haven't I got a house here? That's a perfect spot for a house. I said I wasn't going to try and expand too fast, but, you know, there's a perfectly house-shaped spot there. Is it just out of the range of... No, it's perfectly in range. Oh, I can stay there then. And can we fit one here? No. But we can if we remove that one little bit of road. And speaking of removing road, I'm pretty sure somewhere over here... yes, there we go. We removed a chunk of road so that I could build a bridge, and I never actually built the bridge, so let's build the bridge. Where did we want it to be? So 1, 2, 3, so we probably wanted it to be on this bit. That looks like a good spot. And then we can build the road back on top of where it used to be. And the bridge is here. Yes, so let's fill in that bit as well. Same over this side, we'll build that there, and now people can get across here a little bit quicker again. Saves them having to go all the way down here and all the way back up. Because now that we're building a whole bunch of buildings over here, we want to get this stone straight across as soon as we can. Not that it's super urgent, because we basically built the entire town at this stage. Oh well. We are slowly running low on stone, but I think that's because we went on, you know, quite a large building spree. That's right. We'll add another tavern as well. Oh, and you're automatically building apple ale, as you call it, or as virtually everyone else in the world calls it, cider. So yeah, because we went on a bit of a building spree, we are low on stone, but that's not a huge issue because we now stopped our building spree, and that will slowly accumulate again. But maybe I will build this this quarry at some point, because we do have 2 quarries, and I mean, instead of building a new quarry, I could just increase the amount of people working in these quarries, but they are both slowly running low on stone. Look how deep this one's gotten, for example. And once it's out of stone, then it is completely out of stone. There's nothing you can do. It is just a big, ugly hole in the ground, which is a little bit disappointing. You can deconstruct this little crane here, but you're still left with this ugly pit. And I keep saying it would be rather nice if this sort of, you know, filled with water and became like a little ornamental lake or something, but there you go. What have we got here? Aha! So last time we asked this merchant to come back to us with 3 different types of seed that we didn't have yet. And because we specifically asked for them, they are a little bit more expensive, but we'll just... I tell you what, I imagine we can probably get 2 of these, if not all 3. So if we wanted the... these are all orchard seeds, aren't they? So plum seeds, walnut seeds, and then we'll worry about getting the chestnut seeds later. We'll just go to the... I should have pinned that. Oh. There we go, pin that. There's our food graph, going up nicely again. And trade items. Just double check that we don't have, so peach, pear, pecan, no plums, walnuts. Ah, we do have walnuts. Well, that's lucky then. We almost bought a thing we totally didn't need. So what is it that we don't have? I'm going to quickly double check we don't also have plums. I don't see any plums. I think we're probably alright. And we definitely don't have chestnuts. Yeah, no chestnuts. Okay. So let's order those, and then we'll worry about whatever it is we've missed. So Dead of Winter, but we still have a whole stock of firewood, so we can easily get rid of these. Hide coats, we've converted everyone over to lovely warm coats, and we've got stacks of those in stockpile as well. And how many more coats? Nevermath live on TV, as they always say, or on YouTube for that matter, but we'll just slowly work it out. Thrilling television this, I know, as I slowly work my way towards the exact number of coats that we need. There we go. Perfect. So this will give us plum seeds and chestnut seeds, and then we can flesh out our orchard a little bit more. So we'll trade that. And then let's have a look at the orders. So what is it we needed? So we have everything except one, so we don't need chestnuts or plums or walnuts anymore. We just need potato, plums, pecans, cherry seeds, I think. Yeah, cherry seeds. We don't have any cherries yet, do we? So just cherry seeds to go, and then we have everything we need, and then we're no longer reliant on traders for these exciting types of food. And then we can start and actually build like a proper patchwork pattern. Nice. Alright, I think we're good. So what do we got here? So we've got apple. And I'll put an apple on here as well. And ooh, I could swap this. So I'm building loads and loads of apple orchards because I want to actually get this sort of cider industry going. And we need quite a lot of apples for that. And I'm wondering if I... and I'm trying to checkerboard the apples a little bit, because I don't want them to sort of suffer from blight. I don't know how far apart they have to be, though, is the issue. So I think putting one between them like this will certainly help, but whether having one diagonally here would be a help or a hindrance, I'm not sure. So I tell you what, we'll make you a chestnut one. And then we'll put some apples down here instead. So I'll put an orchard, not here, but here. Start the... oh, really? There's one little square there where we can't build, so this is going to have to be a 14 by 15 orchard. And likewise over here, we'll put 15 by 15 if we can. Yep, lovely. So we'll put those down there, and then we'll have another apple one somewhere down here. So we're going to have a big old orchard. You've got no one working there, why not? Because you're taking people away from me, that's why. And let's put one just here. Again, we're going to super overkill it on food, but we might as well at this stage. And delicious cider, because cider's delicious. There we go. And then we'll just fill in this gap with a road, because of course we will. Crosswise that way, crosswise that way. Can we get to this bridge? I don't know if they'll be able to walk through there, but we might as well put a road there just in case. And we'll let all of that trickle in before we deal with whatever it is we're going to do with it. Late winter, and it's no longer snowy, which is nice. So I don't know if this means spring has broken early. It is 3 degrees. Oops, dropped down to 0. Nope, there we go. We've got an early frost again, or rather a late frost in spring. Have I designated all of these farms? Looks like it, so we'll put down some more wheat somewhere else as well, I think. We'll try and get some delicious beer, some delicious cider. And we'll start building this community out again. Oh, that looks really nice, the way sort of these trees have come through. So it is still only early spring, but yeah, look at that. Look at those lovely green trees, just as the frost... I was going to say just as the frost eases, but no, it started snowing again. scale back on our builders a little bit. And we can scale up on our fishermen. In fact, we've only got half the amount of fishermen that we need. Though I might leave that, actually. Yeah, I think I'll leave that for now, because they'll still be pulling in the same amount of fish. There might even be diminishing returns on the number of people we put on one dock, so that's probably fine. Is this trader new, or is this the one that we forgot to dismiss? Probably the one we forgot to dismiss, so all is well. So you're wheat, so we could flip this pepper to wheat as well and put some more pepper farms up there, which I think is what I'm going to do. So 11 by 11. 11 by 11. And we'll put some over here as well. Gonna probably overstimulate our builders somewhat, but yeah, it's fine. So this sort of little patchwork quilt of farms that's going to go all the way around this town is basically going to be sort of our major food producer. Not counting all of our little forestry communities that are not just self-sufficient, but are producing loads and loads of food from the gatherers' huts. But hopefully they're going to be like our main bread basket, if you like, and then we're going to have some more... we'll probably put down a big block of industry here, I think I've mentioned that before. Scale up a couple more builders. There we go. How much stone have we got? Slowly getting back there, so I think we can unpause this church as well. And I'll cheer everyone up over here. I tell you what, let's collect that big lump of stone that's just sitting there and teasing me in front of the blacksmith. Hospital doesn't have anyone working there, but that's fine. I'm only going to add people when we need to. Same over here. The stockpile is nice and full. Now maybe we add some more firewood choppers in each of these things, or maybe I think that's what we do. The next move is to expand up here, so we finally start creating this little forestry community. So, got the forester already. Scale back a little bit on the builders. Again, I like having emergency labourers when I need them. Put a woodcutter. We're going to need a small stockpile. Stockpile's just here. Sure, 5x5 is probably more than enough. And as we're here, we might as well put a gatherer. Just there, and a hunter just here. And do we need anything else? Do we bother about a stockpile? I'm not sure. So I'll flip this over to a wheat farm shortly, I think. And then this can be peppers. In fact, your yield's nearly high enough that I think if I flip you over to wheat right now, you'll just go and harvest everything and that'll be fine. So let's do that. I can drop you down to 2 of that, and bring you up to 30 farmers. 30 out of 31. Does that mean something else has kicked in somewhere else? Yeah, just here. Something's kicked in somewhere, and it's stealing my farmers, I can't tell where. It's not these two, because nobody's working here yet. Or maybe I just have more farms. That's probably it, isn't it? 2, 2. You're only 1 of 1, but you are a little bit smaller, so that's probably fine. You're 1 of 1 as well, actually, even though you're... I think you probably want to be 2 of 2. Okay, so we actually have less farmers than I thought. But you're 1 of 1 as well. Let's increase you. Suddenly we have much more farmers than I thought, but that's fine. You're the hospital, so you're fine. Chapel will need somebody in a minute. You're going to be wheat as well. Don't know what you're going to be. I haven't decided yet. Maybe more cabbage, or maybe potatoes. Potatoes are always good, right? Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, as a wise hobbit once said. Now I'm pretty sure I interrupted myself doing something, but I've totally forgotten what. Oh yes, that's right. We were building a forestry community, so let's see what we do need for one of those. So we've got some houses, gatherer's hut. Yeah, so we could put a storage barn, but I'm not sure if we need that. At least these are still wooden houses. Interesting, so let's upgrade you and upgrade you, which is unfortunately going to kick a bunch of people out. There is a wooden house up here as well, so let's kick you out. Oh, we've got a trader as well, so we'll worry about upgrading those later, by which I mean we'll forget about it totally. You're just bringing resources, which we don't really need, but thanks for the consideration. You're going to be wheat as well. 2 of 2, so pump those up. Yeah, we'll have potatoes here, I think. So, bump this up again, and I think we're... yeah, not exactly struggling for farmers, but I think we've got too many. What do we put here? Corn, cabbage, more pumpkins. That sounds nice. So yeah, I almost don't want to designate... we still don't have enough people. Okay. We're going to have to skim some people off somewhere else, I think, just so I've got enough builders. Why don't you have anyone working here? I actually have overkill on farmers. But there's nobody working at this. That's interesting. I'm sure they'll sort themselves out. We'll double back and have a look at that later. In the meantime, we'll put down some more stone houses up here so somebody's got somewhere toasty to live. Let's put one up there, one there, and then everyone else can probably just commute from town. Do I want to put a storage barn sort of here? It's like a little halfway house. I think I do. Not a market, a storage barn. Just pop that there. And then our hunters and gatherers and people can just drop stuff in the storage barn. And then our vendors will go and collect it. Yeah, that sounds nice. What about not a gatherer, but a herbalist? So herbalists collect herbs, produce medicine. Can we squeeze one in somewhere? I'm tempted to put one sort of over here. I have sort of planned myself into the corner a little bit. I might just put one at the top there. So most of it is sort of taken up by that mountain, but it's probably fine. Yeah, just there. That'll be fun. And you know what? Just because I'm adding more people, one more house for luck. Just like that. Just like that. And we'll bring the road up to cover those. And now our builders are going to be very, very cross with me because there's only 9 of them and they've got 35 people's worth of stuff to do. And of course, once all these things get built, I'm going to have even less labourers to spare. Speaking of which, one more person goes in the church. But we have basically just built a town from scratch in very little time at all, which is quite nice. So hopefully this will keep them a little bit better supplied. And we have built tons and tons of farms as well. So I expect our food's gone a little bit crazy. Yep, look at that. Are we on... Ooh, yeah, we've surpassed our maximum by some way. In fact, we've almost doubled it. Good. There you go, you can see, like, this was when we arrived. This tiny little peak here, this was the cartload of potatoes that we bought with us. And this is where we are now. I think that's pretty good, so I'm wondering if we're going to see this... it's sort of a fractal structure. If you look at the sort of... well, not the 1 year, but the 5 years, you get this sort of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, steadily increasing trend. And if we look at the 25 years, or the 50 years, maybe that's what we're going to have, just on a slightly bigger scale. I hope not, I don't really want the dip, but it might be that I expand too quickly again. Speaking of expanding and more food, so apple. So I'm going to make you an apple farm. Actually, we can make you an apple farm, because you're ready. Apple, there we go. Aha, see, it did sort itself out, which is nice. Chestnut, apple, apple. That's probably enough apple farms. So our there we go. So our tavern that's producing beer is at least fully stocked on wheat, and it looks like the one that's producing cider is also pretty well stocked. Good. So I'm trying to think where we're going to put... so like we've sort of run out of space for all our orchards. We only really need one more free slot to put the cherries in, and we'll be producing everything though, which is nice. Perhaps I'll put some orchards over here, because yeah, it's just sort of there's a little bit of space here that we can put some. That'll be nice. But there's plenty of real estate left. I may have planned out lots of things, but we're not really using all of it yet. So that's alright. But we're almost there. So there's a couple of little bits here. Like I could say this is going to be basically Quarry City, I think, and in fact planning one of those out sooner rather than later is probably a good idea. I think that might be what we focus on next episode though. For now, I've been Landric, you have been whoever you are, and this has been Banished, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.